Hello, I am Sarah Getz, and I wanted to bring a video to YouTube to talk about teen anxiety. So, this is for parents that want to help their teen that has anxiety, or it's for a teenager that is kind of looking for help as to what they can do to overcome and or cope with anxiety. All right, so we're going to start with what is anxiety kind of overall. Anxiety is overthinking about pretty much everything in your life, or it can be a specific, overthinking about school or overthinking about a test. Overthinking or ruminating is kind of the same thing about, what you heard in the hallways. So if people were talking, but you don't know if they were talking about you, but you're ruminating and you're overthinking what they said, what they could have said, or what it meant. And then you've got fearful thoughts. So failing a test or not getting into college or disappointing your parents, any fearful thoughts that keep coming up. And then that kind of leads into fight or flight. So you have something happens to you, you get like a fight or flight response when you overthink, overreact to a situation. Something that is not really that important, something that you could figure out on your own, but anxiety has kind of created this just like catastrophic, oh my God, I have to either fight or I have to just completely flee. So with that usually comes the panic attacks or the anxiety attacks or the, oh my God, I have to leave this situation right now. I can't deal with this. I just have to remove myself from this situation right now. So that's kind of anxiety where, it can be like an underlying anxiety every day, just the fear of going to school or fear of failure, fear of disappointing parents or friends. But then it can also go to the extremes, like catastrophic event. If you fail a test, oh my God, I'm going to fail the class and my parents are going to be mad and what am I going to do? And what about college and all of this? So it can have like the ripple effect. It can affect other areas of your life too. So then you get the fight or flight. And so common causes in teens, obviously the need to achieve and comparing themselves to others. That happens a lot in high school because there are so many kids, you're all gathered together in classes. And you've got the cafeteria, you've got gym, you've got a lot of group work, plus you have sports, and you always wanted to be the best. So a lot of comparing yourself to others and the desire to be something. A lot of teens don't know what they want to be when they grow up. So you're trying to find yourself. And with that comes independence and finding self, like who are you? Who do you want to be as an adult? So there's like a lot of unknowing. And in that unknowing, there's a lot of anxiety. All right, so the role of subconscious thoughts. What we think every day becomes our pattern of thinking, which becomes your belief. So if you're thinking every day, oh my God, what am I going to do when I'm older? What am I going to do in school today? It goes to this doubt. And when you have doubt in yourself, you are thinking a stream of negative self-talk. And that negative self-talk is going to go right into your subconscious mind. And that is going to play on loop over and over again. And that is what you are going to hear kind of throughout the day. It's going to trickle out, and then you're going to have this doubt about yourself, doubt about your life. That's where the anxiety comes in. So in therapy, a lot of times, cognitive behavioral therapy, we try to look at what your subconscious thoughts can be. How you act in different situations to kind of change those ways of thinking to change your behavior, because your pattern of thinking is going to become your belief about yourself, belief about your world. And then we try to change that so you can change your behavior. So subconscious thought plays a big role in your anxiety or anxiety management, and then overcoming anxiety eventually. What does holistic health look like for anxiety reduction? So I like to look at anxiety reduction holistically. So what we put into our bodies, what we eat and what we drink, the lotions we wear, shampoo, conditioner, toothpaste, it has so many chemicals in it, and those chemicals can add to anxiety. So looking at anxiety from a holistic, just like everything that we think, everything that we do, the people that we hang around with, like that's a holistic look at anxiety. All right, so for me, when I work with teenagers and parents, I like to have people track their thoughts, fears, worries, concerns throughout the day. It doesn't have to be like journaling. I know a lot of teenagers don't have a lot of time because they're so busy with school, and a lot of them have jobs and sports. So you can track your thoughts, fears, worries, concerns, just like in little bullet points at the end of the day. Reflect back on your day and kind of just reflect on what situations were hard for you, were negative, maybe different people were negative. Jot all that down, just little bullet points, so that you don't have to spend an hour doing this, but you're going to learn a lot about yourself. And again, just reflect, do not overanalyze. Okay. And the next thing, notice I said track and not analyze or overthink, because there's a fine line between reflecting and overanalyzing. And remember that what you do every day is going to become your pattern. That's going to become your cycle. So you want to recreate a pattern, the pattern from what you were doing to a healthier pattern. And this is going to help you greatly, but you want to make sure it's a healthy pattern. So you don't want to start overanalyzing now, because one subtopic, I guess, of anxiety is OCD. So you don't want to be obsessive about overthinking and analyzing what you do, what you think, what you say, because that would be bad. So make a growing list of things that help with anxiety reduction, or things that keep you calm, grounded, and centered when you are calm and clear-headed. So on a good day, just sit and reflect, like, wow, today was really, really pretty good. What helped make today good? What helped me to keep my anxiety down? And then make a little list, going for a walk. What did you eat? Who did you talk to? What thoughts were going through your head? Were you conscious throughout the day of what you were thinking? Were you mindful of your thoughts? Mindful of maybe some affirmations that you were saying throughout the day? Deep breathing exercises, like little things that you can do throughout the day. What helped? So keep track of that, so that you know when anxiety gets bad, you know what's going to help you. Okay, so outside forces, what we eat, drink, and put on our skin and breathe in affect us all differently and can cause anxiety, or can add to your anxiety. So track what you eat and drink and how you feel 30 minutes after you eat, and even later. Like for a lot of people, if you have alcohol, your anxiety can be worse the next day and even the following day. So like 2 days after you have alcohol, your anxiety can still be really high, or it can kind of go all over, or you can have like this, like the fight or flight, just feel like the dread and gloom of things. So just notice how different things make you feel. And also notice how you feel before you're supposed to get together with people. So before you're supposed to get together with a certain friend, notice how you feel. Are you calm? Are you clear-headed, grounded, or are you worrying about what you're going to say? Are you worried about what you're going to wear? Are you worried about how they're going to view you and if they're going to accept you? Or because that will tell you a lot about whether or not it's a positive situation or a negative situation. And so reflecting throughout the day about how you are feeling and scaling your anxiety is going to teach you a lot about yourself. So if you spend like 15 minutes at the end of the day reflecting on how you felt throughout the day, different situations when your anxiety was high, if it was high when you woke up in the morning before school, or before a big game, or if it was high when after you had caffeine. No, like jot all of that down so that you know how you were feeling that day and what could have affected your anxiety. Okay, so this is great for tracking your progress with implementation of different coping skills and changes in your routine and patterns and cycles. So if you notice that your anxiety is high one day because of your caffeine, okay, then maybe have less caffeine the next few days and track your progress. Are things better? Did it not make a difference? If you were saying affirmations throughout the day and you started feeling better, a couple days later, and you were like, wow, my anxiety is now a 4 where it was a 10, and your confidence went up, then you can see different patterns, different changes that are happening and what it is doing to you overall. Okay, so alternatives to pharmaceuticals. I like to recommend L-theanine because it is an amino acid, but it promotes relaxation. So it is really nice to use like in the morning, afternoon, because it doesn't make you tired. It just causes the mind to relax. 5-HTP is great, but it does make you sleepy because there is tryptophan in it, which is the stuff found in turkey that is just really promotes relaxation and just being tired. CBD oil helps for different people. It doesn't help for everyone. So that's just kind of up to, I guess, parents if you're not 18. But if you're over 18, you can try it and see. I know that there's different types of CBD oil that help neurologically with your anxiety, like the neurological part of worrying. So it kind of shuts that off in the brain. So that might be helpful. Removing caffeine and alcohol from your diet or greatly limiting how much you drink and when you drink, because like I said before, it can affect you. Both of them can affect you days after you have it. So be mindful of that. Of course, guided meditations are great, and they are on YouTube. So guided meditations for anxiety, depression. I just found a guided meditation this morning for increasing serotonin and dopamine. So that's like really awesome. And that was new. That was from Jason Stevenson, I think. So some helpful things that are free on YouTube as well. And you can find a 15-minute guided meditation. You don't have to meditate for an hour or two, and you don't have to be good at it. If your mind wanders, just bring your thoughts back. And eventually, because your mind is a muscle, eventually you will be in more control of your thoughts the more you do guided meditations. Obviously, yoga is great. Yoga, so many people do yoga. It's great because you focus on different parts of your body. So you're not focused on the anxiety, you're not focused on worrying or fearful thoughts. You are just focused on different parts of your body, and you're doing deep breathing exercises, which are very relaxing. Again, deep breathing exercises throughout the day are great because when you have anxiety, a lot of times people forget to breathe. So we take really short breaths, and then we can start to feel lightheaded, and that can just spiral anxious thoughts. Okay. Like I said before, affirmations are really awesome. And if you can take, like every hour or two throughout the day, when you get up in between classes, if you're walking through the hall, do some deep breathing. I am confident, I am calm, I am happy, I'm awake, I'm blessed, I'm creative. All of these I am statements are awesome because whatever follows I am, you believe. So if you can come up with 5 affirmations and just say them in between classes, or if you're an adult watching this, if you can come up with 5 or 10 affirmations and say it every hour when you get up to move around from your desk, or if you have to go to the bathroom, say it on your way to the bathroom and back. You are reprogramming your thought patterns. So affirmations are awesome. And introspection. So are you trying to impress others? Are you comparing yourself to others? Do you know who you are? And are you reflective or focusing more on others? So the whole point of introspection is not focusing on the other person, other people around you, just focusing on yourself, because that is all that you have control over. And the more you focus on yourself and what you have control over, your anxiety will go down. and ideas for modern holistic health. Like we talked about, reflecting is you're going to learn so much about yourself and what you need to change and who you can be around and who you don't want to be around, what you want to eat, what you don't want to eat. Track what's negatively affecting you. Also track what's positively affecting you. What did you feel really great doing? Track patterns and changes. And then I also, for parents, I have a 12-week program that will teach you about teen anxiety and will teach you about holistic medicines and different things that you can take and do with your child that will help them to reduce anxiety, but will also bring you two closer together or bring you and the family closer together for parents and children. And then there are worksheets that go along with that. There are exercises, weekly exercises that will bring you closer to your child, increases conversation, communication, how to effectively communicate, how to open up about anxiety and depression. And so it goes through both. It's for anxiety and depression in teens and their parents. So parents that want to help their teens. So you learn about what they're going through, what they could be going through, how to communicate with them. You get the worksheets. It's a 12-week program. And then with that comes biweekly phone sessions with me to go over your progress, your child's progress, any challenges that you've been having, and any concerns that you have. So it's kind of like a mini coaching consultation. I'm a licensed therapist, but these aren't therapy sessions. I'm not allowed to say that because it's not like in the same state and we're not face to face, whatever. So it's more of like a coaching call, but to keep you on track. And if you have any questions, then I can help kind of guide you like what to say in conversation and how to get your child to open up more. So that's at sarahgetz.org, all that information. There's another PowerPoint presentation that talks more about teen anxiety and depression, and then what can be affecting your child and how to sign up for a phone call with me to go over and see if you're the right fit for this program. So I hope that helped. I think it's awesome that you're taking the first step and learning about teen anxiety. This, can be for anyone. All of this stuff is not just going to help teenagers, but it's going to help parents help their child. So I hope this helped, and I look forward to sharing more information with you in my upcoming videos.